Hi guys, thank you so much for tuning to my channel. I am Valery, life coach and motivational speaker. As I always mention, this channel is designed for you guys to ask me a question and I give you guys an answer. So we get overwhelming questions. Thank you so much for sending me your questions and I try to answer as much as possible. So today's question, we got somebody asked me on Instagram, what's the difference between joy and happiness? Great question. And I love to answer you guys' question and give you my opinion, my perspective, and the tool and technique that I have to teach you guys how to differentiate between happiness and joy. Happiness is something that comes with something. For example, if you win a lotto, you get all happy. If you do good on your paper in school, you get all happy. If you get a new job, you get all happy. So happiness is something that comes and goes. Happiness is not something that you have to force yourself to be happy or try to think positive to be happy. It's kind of work. It's kind of how you have to learn it. You have to kind of go through it, which is another things to do in our life, which sometimes we don't and we neglect it. But you have to be happy in order for you to accomplish happiness. You have to learn what joy is. A joy will give you happiness. So the difference between happiness and joy is that joy comes within. Joy is not something that has to happen for you to be joyful. For example, joy is when you sit on the beach and the sunset and you just admire the beauty of the sun and the water and the beach and the quietness. It doesn't cost you anything. Well, a little bit maybe because you have to get there, drive there and put a gas in your car. But it doesn't cost a lot. And you're just enjoying yourself and the things around you. It's very selfless. It doesn't have to, it's not effortless. You're just in the environment and you're loving it. Joy is that when you sit in a sunny, beautiful day by the flowers and you're just enjoying your garden, looking at the flowers, and that joy comes from you, from inside of you. There's no effort, there's no money spent, there's no that you have to think about what that flowers think of you, if you look good for that flower, if that flower is judging me. It just comes, you admire the beauty of it. Joy is that when you have a puppy, and I know I do, so I can relate to this, when you have animals, that they love you unconditionally. When you come home from work, you could be so busy at work, you could get annoyed at work, you could get overwhelmed at work, and you come home and that puppy is so happy and they show love with no effort. You don't have to spend money, you don't have to pretend to be somebody, you don't have to do something for them. They're just happy to see you and they put you in a good mood automatically. Now, how I learned to differentiate between joy and happiness is very interesting. Back in the days, when as most of you know me, I've been beat up by life so many times. So there's nothing you're going to tell me or you do that I have not seen or I have not done. That's why I became a life coach, so I can share my experience with you guys to tell you guys that I know when people go through a lot of stuff, I've been there. And I created this channel and all my other social media and my programs to help people, to give you my perspective that is possible for you guys to do anything that you want to achieve in your life. Anyway, back to how I learned what joy is. I didn't know what joy was till late in life. So I tried everything to make myself happy. You know, like exercise to look good, to feel good, tried to work hard to make money, tried to take care of my kids to be a good mother. All of that is good and happiness. And I always wanted to do that, and I did. But when people used to ask me what joy is, or people used to tell me I'm very joyful, I never got the definition of that. I'm like, what's the difference between joy and happiness? You're happy, that's a good thing. You're not sad. But then I learned. I was so broke one day. Life was going really bad. Everything was going in a wrong way. And I was driving. For my lawyer office because my house was going in closure and all the other stuff around my life was crumbling down. I was driving and I had like literally no money. And I'm looking at the dashboard and I'm looking that I need to put a gas in my car. And it was around like 12 o'clock that I have to, go get a lunch, but I didn't have the money to get a lunch. So I was just thinking about all these stuff was going through my mind. And I stopped in a red light. And this woman came in. This woman came in with a sign in her hand, and on the sign said something about it was a lot of writing in the sign. I couldn't read all of it, but there was something to the fact that I have a lot of kids, I have no job, and I can't feed my kids. Please help. And I look at the word kids, and automatically, out of nowhere, I didn't plan to do this. I just look at my car and I picked up a couple of change that I had, quarters or a bunch of other change, and I just handed to her. Didn't even think of it, didn't even mean to, didn't even occur to me. I was just there and I did it. And as I drove, I just felt so joyful. Even though I was going through all these stuff in my life, I felt like, oh my God, I did something good. I felt good about myself. Not only that, I helped her, probably not, because it probably was 50 cents or something, but I felt great about myself. I was like, oh my God, this is what they mean by joy. This is what joy feels like. When you're so selfless, when you don't think about yourself, you think about somebody else, you try to make somebody else happy. That's what joy is. And from that day on, I became obsessed. I give happiness. I said, if I win a lotto, that's a cherry on top. If I meet a nice hot guy, that's a cherry on top. If I make a new cool friend, that's a cherry on top. But remember, those stuff comes and goes. So that means your happiness comes and goes. But I became obsessed about learning how to be joyful. How to be joyful. I do gardening. I love my flowers. I'm very busy in life, but I always make time to do my gardening. I spend time with my puppy. I made a video. If you guys don't know, I have a French bulldog. I come home, I actually spend time with my puppy. I get up early in the morning to make a little time, extra time, no matter how busy I am, no matter how crazy the day is, no matter how upset I am, no matter what's going on around me. My ritual is that I have to spend 10 or 5 minutes with my lovely daughter. Because if I don't do that, my whole day gets ruined. And we just sit down in the kitchen and we have a coffee and we talk about the stupidest thing. But that makes me happy. To be joyful, it takes a lot. Now, the greatest people that left us example of joy is Mother Teresa, Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King. Those are the people that actually knew what joy meant. They went out of their way, helped people. They didn't worry about their look. They didn't worry about what they were wearing, if they had a good watch, expensive watch, or a nice car, or a nice house. Do you know how much courage it takes to do something like that? It takes a lot of courage. And those people left us example that that's what joy is. Joy is that you have to do it effortless. Joy is that something comes. You appreciate things around you. You get up in the morning and you just thankful for your health. You're just thankful that you are alive. You're thankful that you are in this universe. And you have an option to create your own universe the way you want it. That's a joy. Joy is that when you go to work and you see people around you that work with you and you make them smile. You say something stupid to make them smile and make their day. It doesn't have to cost money. Joy is that when you say thank you to somebody actually, without being on your phone busy and put your head down and try to answer this email that makes you money. Joy is that when you actually take time and appreciate the nature around you, this creation of some power that we don't know the answer for that have been created, and being the curiosity of where we came from and where are we going to go. That's a joy. And a lot of people in today's society missing joy in their life. So if I have to give you one advice that you have to take with you, work to be joyful. Take time. Learn about joy. Happiness is good. It's good that you're successful. It's good that you're healthy. It's good that you're with somebody that loves you. It's good that you have awesome friends around you. It's good that you're in a fantastic school and you're looking for a better career. That's all good. That's a motivation. That's a desire that we have. That's something that comes and makes us happy. But happiness comes and goes. If you're joyful in life, every little thing that you do or other people do around you, you will appreciate. And that comes effortless. So that's the difference between joy and a happiness. I hope this helped you guys. I hope you guys like this answer. If you do, please write a comment down and then subscribe to this channel and send me your questions. keep sending me questions and I will answer your questions. You can find me in all other social medias. I post a lot of stupid little things that makes you guys laugh, so check that out. And then visit my website. I post a lot of good blogs. I write a lot about stress, people that are stressful. And you know what, the one thing that I want to tell you guys, I ask people all the time how you feel about stress, and everybody tells me like, of course life is stressful, we always stress. But the funny thing is that nobody does anything about it. And sometimes it takes a little thing that you can do to de-stress yourself. So I write a good blog about that. Check that out in my website. And then till next time, I see you guys. Don't stop dreaming.